Okay, question number 5. Still non-calculator. Let's have a look at the keywords. Mrs. Kunnell's garden is in the shape of a rectangle. So they're telling us it's a rectangle, which is important. Part of the garden is a patio in the shape of a triangle. So they're telling us a couple of facts about the shapes there. The rest of the garden is grass. Mrs. Kunnell wants to spread fertiliser all over the grass, so just the grass. Then it tells us some costs. 1 box of fertiliser covers 15 metres squared. Each box of that fertiliser costs £4.50. The question is actually asking us how much money will she have to spend on the fertiliser. So we're going to know we need an answer in pounds, potentially pounds and pence. And it says you must show your working. You're always going to show your working, but in this question, if we got a final answer that was accurate with no working, we wouldn't get 1 out of 4, we would get 0. So you would actually get more marks in a question for showing all your working and not getting the final answer than the other way around. So we need to break this shape up. We can see that the area of the garden, so that's the whole thing, the area of the garden is a rectangle, so that's 12 by 7. Now, if you've not got a calculator, easiest way to do 12 by 7, 10 sevens are 70, that leaves 2 sevens left over, which is 14. So that's 84 metres squared. If, however, you need to do that as a multiplication in column or grid, do that to one side, that's not a problem. We'll then look at the area of the patio. A patio is a flagged area, so a hard standing area. Maybe put some chairs and a barbecue, you would not put fertiliser on there. So, the patio is a 3 by 6 triangle. We need to remember our triangle area formula, half base times height. So that's a half times 6 times 3. Half of 6 is 3. 3 3s are 9. So the whole garden is 84 metres squared. The patio is 9, so if we subtract them, the grass area is 75 metres squared. And obviously it's the grass area we're going to want to fertilise. So we now need to see how many of these boxes of fertiliser we will need. So we're going to need to do 75 divided by 15. Another way to write that is 75 divided by 15. They mean the same thing. Or you could go up in your 15 times table. Either way, you will get that you need 5 boxes of fertiliser. 1 box costs £4.50. So 5 boxes is going to be 5 lots of £4.50. You can go up in £4.50s. You could do 10 lots of £4.50s, £45, and then half it, but you get £22.50. So I will now just write that down in my final answer box. Three videos are relevant to this particular question. You've got video 45, which is about area and to do specifically with rectangles. You might have watched this one previously, but if you hadn't, you've got area again and to do with triangles specifically. And then we've had to do some simplifying down here. So video number 269 is to do with ratio and simplifying. You may find that useful for this question also. I've not allocated the marks for this yet. There were 4 marks. I'm always looking how many marks there are to make sure I feel that I've got enough working out to justify it. So our first mark would be for just working out the area of the garden. Second mark for the area of the grass. Third mark for acknowledging we need 5 boxes of fertiliser, and fourth mark for the final amount. I would advise marking on where the marks are awarded, because that tells you the level of working out you need to write. If I miss one of those steps, there's every chance I get 3 out of 4 rather than 4 out of 4.